All right, let's get right into it. If you're an aspiring techno DJ or producer, there's this one huge question that probably comes up all the time. It feels like a massive career crossroads, and honestly, it can be pretty overwhelming. And yep, there it is, the big one. The idea that to truly make it, you've got to pack up everything and move to the techno capital of the world. But is that actually true anymore? Or is it just an old school myth that we all need to stop repeating? Let's break it down. For the longest time, this wasn't even a question. It was just a fact of life for artists. Your first step on the ladder to success wasn't buying new gear, it was buying a plane ticket. This was pretty much the standard playbook. If you were serious about your career, you didn't just mess around in your hometown. You had to go immerse yourself in one of the epicenters. The city itself was seen as this essential launch pad, like rocket fuel for your career. Now, let's be fair. This myth didn't just appear out of thin air. There are some really good, really powerful reasons why these cities became techno meccas in the first place. They offer some serious advantages that you just can't ignore. And it's actually pretty fascinating how each of these cities has its own unique flavor, right? You've got Berlin, which is the raw, spiritual heart of it all, built around these legendary institutions like Berghain and Trezor. Then there's London, the industry engine room, where all the major labels, agencies, and media are based. And of course, Amsterdam, a super tight-knit hub that throws ADE every year, which is, without a doubt, the most important industry conference. Each one has a completely different magnetic pull. So yeah, the logic makes sense. You move there, and boom, you are right in the thick of it. All of a sudden, you're meeting promoters and label owners just by going out at night. You're completely immersed in the newest sounds. And let's be honest, slapping Berlin-based in your bio, it definitely still carries a little extra weight, a little bit of instant credibility. But that's the shiny, idealized version of the story. There's another side to this coin, a much harsher reality that doesn't usually make it into the highlight reel when you're dreaming about making the big move. And this is the fundamental conflict, isn't it? The dream of networking your way to big gigs smacks right into the reality of just how brutal the competition is. You aren't the only person with this idea. There are literally thousands of others trying to do the exact same thing. That dream can get ground down pretty fast by the high cost of living and the very, very real danger of just completely burning out. And this isn't just a feeling, the data totally backs it up. The number one challenge by a long shot is oversaturation. It is incredibly hard to stand out when you're one DJ in a sea of thousands. Then you've got the cost of living. London and Amsterdam are famously expensive, and even Berlin is no longer the cheap artist paradise it was a decade ago. You combine that pressure with the need to be out networking every night, and the risk of burning out your bank account and your creative spark is just immense. Okay, so if the old path is kind of broken, what's the alternative? Well, this is where we get into the modern playbook, a whole new strategy that, frankly, is proving to be a lot more powerful. This right here is the fundamental shift in thinking. In our hyper-connected world, your success isn't really determined by your zip code anymore. It's determined by how visible you are and your ability to make genuine connections. And the best part, you can do that from literally anywhere. So what does that actually look like? It's basically a four-step strategy. 1. You absolutely perfect your online presence. Think of your social media and streaming profiles as your new home base. 2. You build up your own local scene. Become an essential part of your city's nightlife. 3. And this is the absolute key to everything, you focus on releasing incredible, world-class music that people simply cannot ignore. And finally, 4. When the bookings start rolling in, you tour smart. You fly in for the big gigs instead of uprooting your entire life. And look, this isn't just some nice idea or a theory. This is a proven path to the top, a path that some of the biggest names in techno today have already walked. The proof is right there in the pudding. I mean, look at Charlotte DeWitt and Amelie Lenz. They exploded onto the global scene from Belgium, not Berlin. They built their entire brand on the back of powerful music and a strong identity that had nothing to do with their location. Heck, even Kobosel, who is from Berlin, had his massive breakthrough moment because of his releases on Oscat-Ton. It was the music doing the heavy lifting, not his address. This whole idea really comes down to building what you could call a local foundation. It just means putting in the work at home first. Throw parties, support other local artists, build a real community around you. Think about it. It's much easier to become a big fish in a smaller pond first, and then use that momentum to take on the entire ocean. And connecting with the rest of the world has never, ever been easier. You can collaborate with a producer on the opposite side of the planet using tools like Discord or Splice. You can send your new tracks directly to your heroes. You can build a dedicated fan base through Bandcamp and by live streaming your sets. And you can still get that all-important face-to-face networking time by just strategically planning to attend the big events like ADE or Sonar once a year. It's the best of both worlds, really. So here's the bottom line. Does being in Berlin help? Yeah, sure. You can definitely open a few doors. But at the end of the day, one truly world-class track will kick down more doors than any apartment lease ever could. Your music is your passport. And that leaves us here. We started this whole thing by asking if you need to move to a techno hub. But what we've really found is that, well, that's just the wrong question to be asking. The real question, the one you should be obsessed with, is this. What is your strategy? What is your plan to make undeniable music and get it heard by the entire world, no matter where you are? That is the key to building a career that truly lasts,